Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the liberal loudmouth. So apparently Elon Musk runs the entire government. He runs President-elect Donald Trump. He runs the House. He runs the House Speaker and the Senate, too, apparently. Why do I say that? Well, at 3 o'clock yesterday morning, Elon Musk posted this tweet. Ever seen a bigger piece of pork? Why, yes, Elon. I have absolutely seen a bigger piece of pork than that. Elon Musk's tweet set off a firestorm of bullshit from the House, from Twitter, from everywhere else. People went absolutely bonkers and nuts because of what Elon Musk posted. Donald Trump didn't show up until later, and I'm going to show you that tweet because it's very telling. But before I show you the tweet, let me show you this video that kind of explains what happened after Elon Musk's bullshit.
Good afternoon. We're told right now in the past 30 or 40 minutes here that they might try to pull this interim spending bill off the floor and maybe just go with a clean bill. Unclear what that means for disaster assistance. Here's what happened. A post on X by Elon Musk sent shockwaves through the Capitol. House Republicans were trying to see if they have enough votes to pass the spending bill in the next hour or two. Musk posted that anyone who votes yes should lose their office in 2 years, and lawmakers are scrambling. Tweets from Musk, has that complicated this?
Well, I mean, I think that there's always a lot of interest in what's happening up here, and
this is more than interest. They're telling people if they vote yes, they should be voted out.
The social media world is a part of our politics, and I think members have to expect that. There are going to be a lot of hard votes in the next couple of years.
A member of the House Republican leadership told Fox that Musk is not helping. The lawmaker added that Musk has bigger fish to fry than picking a fight with House Republicans. One source said the bill is now bleeding support from the GOP. When asked how many Democrats the GOP needs to pass the bill, a senior aide replied, quote, a lot.
Yeah, and there you go. Elon Musk is just pushing this. I know everything. You people don't know anything. You need to listen to me when I speak. And I'm telling you that if you vote for this, you need to be voted out. Now, Elon, I know you're not a legal immigrant. I know you lied to get here. You weren't born here. You aren't from here. But let me explain to you how the U.S. government functions and has functioned since its inception and became the most powerful nation on earth, which you yourself had to just lie to get into because it was so good. You see, when they have to pass a new spending bill in order to keep the government running and functioning, yes, Congress could come in there and say, just continue the current spending for the next several months, and then we'll readdress it when it gets there, and then they'll have this debate all over again. They can do that. But the closer and closer you get, what you end up finding is that in order to whip the votes needed to pass the budget, because they always use this as a cudgel, so they try to beat that over your head and get things that they want. This is called compromise. That's why you'll see things put in it that have nothing to do with the federal budget. One state, say a Republican, could say, hey, I want some money for my farmers in my state. Let's put something in there for that. They're on some agricultural committee, right? So they throw that in there and they say, okay, now I can vote for it. And then somebody else will say, yeah, but I need a bridge built in my state on an interstate, and we need to get that funded now. So let's put that in there and I'll vote for it. So then they all put little things into the bill that benefits the states from which their constituents are from. And there are multiple representatives from every state. So every state is going to have different things that their focus is on. And the closer that you get, the more likely they're going to request that they add these things to the bill. Is that a problem? Sometimes, yes, it is. But generally speaking, those asks from representatives to add things to the bill is generally a small portion of what the federal government is going to be spending anyway. Because apparently the United States has been doing everything wrong, despite the fact that we're the most powerful nation on earth. We've been doing everything wrong because we just didn't have and weren't listening to Elon Musk. Now I'm going to pull up the post of Donald Trump, and I'm going to show you exactly who is running this country, and it's not Donald Trump, because he didn't post this until 5 o'clock p.m. that day, over 14 hours later, which means Elon Musk told Donald Trump what to do, and Donald Trump said, yes, sir. Thank you, Captain Elon Musk. A statement from President Donald J. Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. I love how he says President Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. The most foolish and inept thing ever done by congressional Republicans was allowing our country to hit the debt ceiling in 2025. It was a mistake and is now something that must be addressed. Meanwhile, Congress is considering a spending bill that would give sweetheart provisions for government censors and for Liz Cheney. The bill would make it easier to hide the records of the corrupt January 6th committee, which accomplished nothing for the American people and hid security failures that happened that day. This bill would also give Congress a pay increase while many Americans are struggling this Christmas. Increasing the debt ceiling is not great, but we'd rather do it on Biden's watch. That's interesting. If Democrats won't cooperate on the debt ceiling now, what makes anyone think they would do it in June during our administration? Let's have this debate now, and we should pass a streamlined spending bill that doesn't give Chuck Schumer and the Democrats everything they want. Republicans want to support our farmers, pay for disaster relief, and set our country up for success in 2025. The only way to do that is with a temporary funding bill without Democrat giveaways combined with an increase in the debt ceiling. Anything else is a betrayal of our country. Now, if you notice in that tweet, the only thing that he gives a shit about is not giving Democrat states anything. That's what he said on multiple occasions. Now, I want to pull this tweet back up because there's something important here. He says, Republicans want to support our farmers, pay for disaster relief, and set our country up for success in 2025. Apparently, neither Elon Musk nor Donald Trump read this bill. They don't even know what's in the bill. Why do I say that? Because it actually funds farmers. That's one of the larger parts of this damn bill, is that it gives farmers money. It also has disaster relief for farmers in the bill. For any farmers that were affected, per acre, they can get a certain amount of money from the federal government. That's in the bill. It also includes funding for disaster relief, because all of the disasters that we've had because of climate change, I know you don't believe it, but it's real. Your facts don't care about your feelings. Because of that, they've had to now refund FEMA and other programs to provide disaster relief for states, which I find amazing that the states' rights people are now wanting the federal government to yet again bail them the fuck out because they can't afford it for whatever reason. The state shouldn't have to pay for the state's problems. The federal government should have to pay for it. It also provides money for the Francis Scott Key Bridge. It also has provisions in there for veterans health care and veterans naming facilities. So yes, there are a lot of things in it that are outside of the scope of what a typical continuing resolution would be. There's nothing really wrong with that, because these are things that generally are helping the people in those communities of the states, for the people that are voting for the damn bill. Now, as for the claim in the previous video that, the people have read it and they're sick and tired of it, these people don't read this shit. Had Elon Musk not said a word about the bill, nobody on Twitter would have known about it. Nobody would have gave a shit. But because Elon Musk did it and then went on a tweet storm for the entire day about it, pork, then everybody acted like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, even though I have no idea how the government works or how it functions or how they get bills passed or how they get votes guaranteed. Even though I don't know any of these things, I'm so mad. But the truth is, they don't have any idea what's in the bill. They didn't read the damn bill at all. In fact, there's misinformation and disinformation going around on Twitter about what's in the bill. Donald Trump fell for it. Elon Musk, I'm sure, knows that these things aren't in there, yet he was still retweeting them. No, it doesn't give Congress $74,000 pay raise. It gives them like a 4.5% pay increase. You see, the problem is that in 1989, Congress passed a law which requires every single year that Congress gets a cost of living increase. Now, since 2009, every time a budget has come forward, they have blocked that by adding into the bill to stop the automatic cost of living increase. They didn't add that this time. So it would automatically increase their pay by the cost of living, which is like 3.5%, 4.5%, whatever that is. So you're talking like a $5,000 a year increase. It's not that much. Now, I don't think they should get it, to be very clear, but I don't think that in and of itself should stop the funding of the government and relief for all of the disasters we're seeing, relief for farmers, health care benefits for veterans. I don't think we should stop all of that just because Elon Musk wanted to show off and flex his muscles about how he controls Donald Trump. But let me prove to you that these people really have no fucking clue what's in that bill. This guy here, Chief Nerd, he says, we should be using AI to summarize and query this massive 1,500 plus page omnibus spending bill. I was able to use Grok for this in less than a few minutes by training the model on the PDF of a bill and creating a simple prompt. So no, they don't know what is in the bill. They're using AI to read this bill and hope, cross their fingers and press their thumbs. They're hoping that it's accurate. And if AI was so good at reading these bills, you wouldn't be able to pull one over on the American people like Vivek Ramaswamy did in this video.
Congress is about to pass a bill that blows away your taxpayer money, but they made it over 1,500 pages long so you wouldn't read it. I did you a favor. I read it for you.
No, he didn't.
It's supposed to be about keeping government operations open and providing disaster relief aid to hurricane victims, which I'm sympathetic to. But if you read the bill carefully, it contains pay raises for members of Congress, and I'm not making this up, an expansion of their federal health benefits. It contains all kinds of special interests and pork funding, including opening up a new stadium in Washington, D.C. It renews the Global Engagement Center, which is a key node of the censorship industrial complex. And the worst part is, they didn't want you to know about any of it, and that's why they made this a last-minute jam job. The reason I'm co-heading DOGE is I think we need outsiders to bring actual accountability to Washington, D.C. So feel free to call your congressman and let him know how you feel about it.
Okay, so in there he said a lot of things, one of which was completely not true. Did you know that the spending bill we tanked yesterday had $3 billion allocated for a new stadium in Washington, D.C. for the NFL Commanders? No, dumbass. I didn't know that because it doesn't do anything like that. Let me show you that not only does the bill not fund stadiums, it actually prohibits the use of federal money for the use of stadiums, building, transferring, or otherwise. Transfer of administrative jurisdiction over RFK Memorial Stadium campus to District of Columbia. Not later than 180 days after the date of the enactment of this act, the Secretary of the Interior shall transfer administrative jurisdiction over the RFK Memorial Stadium campus to the District of Columbia, and right here, prohibiting the use of federal funds for the stadium. The Declaration of Covenants shall include provisions to ensure that the district may not use federal funds for stadium purposes on the campus, including training facilities, offices, and other structures necessary to support a stadium. So again, I say, these people have absolutely no fucking clue what is in the bill because they're straight up lying, including Vivek Ramaswamy. So is this bill perfect? Like Mike Johnson said, no, of course it's not perfect. No bill is ever perfect. But every budget has these little things in it that people will look at and be like, why are we paying for a study on whether or not dogs can see in color? Stuff like that. Yes, those things are in there, but generally speaking, it's a very, very small portion and percentage of that. And what's interesting to me is Republican states get more money from this bill than Democratic states do. Farmers get a shitload of money out of this bill, and Donald Trump is given a big middle finger to the farmers in America while then turning around and lying about it and saying that he's there just to help the farmers. Are there things in the bill that could be stripped out? Absolutely. But is that a reason to just kill the entire bill? No, it's not. Send it back to committee, pull some of those things out of there, and put it back in there. If you notice in Donald Trump's post, the thing that he cared about was not allowing any funding to go to Democratic states. And we're going to see this in this 4 years. He is so pissed off at any state that didn't vote for him. He is so mad at them that he's going to collectively punish them by killing any bill that helps Democrats. And why would he do that? Well, because the Democratic states continue to prove that Republican capitalism is a failure. It is an absolute failure. That's why Republican states get more in welfare than Democrats. They have higher GDPs than Republican states as well. And Republicans can't fucking stand it. So what they're going to do is, instead of improving themselves and improving the states that they're in, they're going to try and drag the Democrats down with them. But you see, Donald Trump didn't say jack shit for 14 hours. Elon Musk is the one that started this. That means that Donald Trump is doing exactly what Elon Musk wants him to do. All he has to do is send out a tweet and then follow it up with a bunch of more tweets, get everybody on Twitter just riled up and pissed off. And Donald Trump will just capitulate and give in because he knows that Elon Musk has way more power than even he does. And see, I'm starting to realize that it may be Elon Musk is going to be the one to destroy this country. And I keep saying over and over again that an authoritarian dictator, the first thing that they do is go after the media. And I see Donald Trump as being a Nazi fascist, just like Adolf Hitler. And now he's got Elon Musk, a billionaire, whose mom's family were Nazis in Canada that moved to South Africa specifically to take part in apartheid South Africa. And his dad hated his son Elon when Elon became a, quote, flaming liberal who was anti-Nazi, anti-fascist. But the moment that Elon Musk started sucking Donald Trump's ass, who is a fascist Nazi, in my opinion, then Elon's dad said he's finally reaching his roots and his destiny. That's an interesting turn of phrase, given that Elon was named after a character in a book that was written by Werner von Braun, a Nazi. So it's entirely possible that Elon Musk is the real Nazi. And this whole time, he's just been fooling everybody, and he has come to power, and he's going to take over everything, and he's going to be running the government and telling our president what to do, and he's an illegal immigrant. And I have a feeling if Donald Trump turns on Elon Musk, the people on Twitter, these rabid fucking cult members, they may turn on Donald Trump if he goes against Elon Musk. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out, because I see Donald Trump as being a bigger badass than Elon Musk is, but I could be wrong about that. Elon Musk may be the silent sleeper cell here that's come from Nazism, and he's come in here to take over the country to bring it back to white Christian nationalism, which is what his whole family appeared to love. I guess we'll see. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Elon Musk is actually running the government? Do you think he may actually be more powerful than Donald Trump? I don't know, but let me know. That's it for now, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. This is the Liberal Loudmouth. Peace.